In 2024, we celebrate 130 years of academic excellence, holistic education, and the search for truth, veritas, at Santa Sabina College. Our Dominican pillars of prayer, study, community, and service have provided the strong foundation from which the college has flourished. In 1892, when Archbishop Cardinal Moran invited the Dominican sisters to set up a school in Sydney, they chose Strathfield with its railway station, good soil and clean air. Named after the headquarters of the Dominican Order in Rome, Santa Sabina College opened in January 1894, and the first lessons were taught in Rosary Lodge to 7 students. In April of the same year, these day students were joined by 3 boarders when the newly finished 1894 building was opened. In 1897, an orange tree was planted that originated from a cutting in Rome that legend claims was planted by Dominic himself in 1220. This tree is a living symbol of the tenacity of the Dominican order and an unspoken promise of the continuing vitality of the school. By 1904, we had grown to almost 100 day and boarding students. New facilities were needed, so for 2 decades, further building works followed. And then in 1949, the Santa Maria del Monte campus was added to the college when the sisters were bequeathed the land and property, providing a space for our primary boys and girls to be educated. In the 130 years since classes began, the college has been at the forefront in discerning scholarship, offering a holistic education. Always the early adopter, we were one of the first schools in the country to install science labs. We were at the forefront of computing technology with the purchase of Apple computers in the early 80s. And last year, we installed illumination labs so that our students could augment their learning through virtual reality. Our academic programs have evolved to now include the renowned International Baccalaureate Diploma program as an alternative to the HSC. Music has resonated throughout the rooms, halls and corridors of Santa Sabina from our earliest days. In 1894, our first end-of-year concert featured piano quartets, an operetta and choral items. 130 years on, and our symphony orchestra, ensembles and choirs perform in major performance venues in Sydney and overseas, while our graduates include award-winning composers and performers. The founding sisters believed organised sport developed leadership skills, strength of mind, team play and loyalty, and they were committed to providing opportunities and facilities for our students to engage in sport. Today, our students play more than 25 sports on courts, track, field, beach and slopes, representing the college at local, state and national competitions. We began our second century enjoying a period of expansion and improvement. In 1997, the college purchased Talong, our 97-hectare outdoor education campus in the Southern Highlands. It has become a home away from home for our students, where they challenge themselves and connect with the natural world. In 1998, we opened Mary Bailey House, our early education centre, one of Australia's first workplace childcare centres. For over 25 years, babies as young as 6 weeks old have been cared for here, starting their Santa Sabina journey in their infancy. The founding sisters provided students from a diverse range of backgrounds with an education characterised by spirituality and the philosophy of Dominic. At the heart of a Santa Sabina education has always been this mission to serve others through compassion, care for the marginalised, and making a positive difference in the world through service and social justice. Today, we graduate classes of up to 160 students who contribute to a global network of over 10,000 alumni. The values learnt by students are carried beyond the college, and Santa graduates are people who, with integrity, independence, courage and creativity, work for justice in our world. This year, we particularly celebrate and congratulate Professor Georgina Long, AO, named Joint Australian of the Year. In February this year, the sisters transferred ownership of our buildings and land to the college and Dominican Education Australia. This signified the sisters' move from a role of governance to one of accompaniment, a journey we continue together, but in a different way. As we embark on a new master plan and building works on both our primary and secondary campuses, we are reminded that we too will leave a legacy for future generations of the Santa Sabina community who will become part of our continuing story. We remain committed to our mission to educate students to achieve personal excellence, to act with justice and compassion, and to embrace the future with an optimistic and global vision.